Hey, need you turn your head. There's some army stuff today. It's classified. Turn the shit off. For the rest of y'all, let's go. Hello, I'm Andre Smith, and welcome to the Vinci Fitness and Performance. Today, this is look. I don't know if you want to categorize it as a gym toolbox, but someone had a specific question. This was they want to know how to max the APFT, which is for anyone else who is still watching. This is the Army, specifically the Army PT test, and that consists of 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. And so what I'm going to go over is basically answer this question. So any of you interested in that, actually, this is something actually, helps me get more content out. So if anyone else had any videos any videos or questions they want to ask, you can go ahead and put that in the comments as well. I'm going to go ahead and get into this stuff. To catch everyone else up on where we're at, basically, he had been in the military in the Army specifically, for 3 years, and the closest he can get is 290 to max his PT test. And perfect score is 300. And so one thing I was asking was, because this is different ways to go about it as far as tactics, did you want to do it for just the points, which is the max to go to promotion? They only give you 50 points if you score 300. Or were you doing it for something as far as a Soldier of the Month board, NCO of the Month board, or high PT for your unit, which goes, they call it extended scale, where they actually count what you do past 300. And he said all he wanted was just to get you that 300 scale, because he never got it. So what I'm going over now is ways to get to that, and I'm going to give him a few tips on how to get those extra 10 points that he needed. And this might be stuff he's already addressed, but this is stuff ways that helped me and mine. So first off, basically to sum up the first two events. For the first two events, you have to know your numbers. That's the basic thing I want to say. Whatever your age, every age group is different. So I know, if I remember correctly, if they haven't changed since then, prime for it was like 26 to 28 was like 71 push-ups and like 84 sit-ups. You have to come in knowing that, and no matter, like, he's getting mad at me. No matter if it's your first sergeant command or whatever, thinks that you should push for those 2 minutes. Know what your number is get it and preserve your energy. That is going to apply to the first two. So if you know that you only have to get 65 push-ups and you get those 65 in a minute, do your 65 and get up. Plain and simple. Same thing for sit-ups. If you know you only have to get 70, do your 70 and get up. Who cares if you have 30 seconds left? Because since you're not going for extended scale, anything you do extra is only draining your energy, and it's not going to get you any extra points. So what you should see behind me, I'm going to address for the first event, the push-ups. What you see behind me right now is basically what I'm going to go over is foot and hand position. Now, you might not think about this, but as you're doing it, first off, you got to have just at least the raw horsepower and fitness to be able to make, I would say, 85 to 90% of what you need. That's just plain and simple. First off, you have to be at least in that good of fitness to get that far. So you're keeping with the 71 number, if that's what you're shooting for. You should be able to just muscle out 60 to 65 on your own without having to do any adjustments. And what you see behind me is moving hand position and foot position. Normally, with each change of hand and foot position, you can get an extra 3 to 5 in there. But so if you're that close, you just have to move hand position maybe once or twice to be able to muscle out those extra 2 or 3. That's the one thing, that's the thing for that. And then we're going to move on to the next thing for sit-ups. And this one right here, this is very crucial, like I said, that you get to what you need to and stop. Because once I noticed, for most people, especially I had this issue, once I tried to push it out much farther, my angles of my hips and my knees got bad, and it started coming from my abs to my hip flexors, and it ruined my run. So what you see behind me, you're going to see me adjusting my feet and adjusting my angles to get it where I need it. You want to have your angles to where everything is put on your abs. If you have it in too tight, then it tends to put it on your hip flexors, and you might be able to max out your sit-ups this way, but it'll come at a deficit of your run because you ain't gonna have any hips left, and it's gonna eat up your whole bottom half for your run. And so this goes on to the third event, and this right here, one thing is how you do PT. You might run with your unit every day. That's not gonna get it done. The morning PT is designed for never leave a soldier behind. So it's designed so the slowest man can keep up. If you want to be elite and you want to get 300, you have to do it on your own. So doing it with them might get you to 180, which is the basics to keep you in the Army, but it's not going to get you to 300. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a few tips on that. One thing that worked for me is working myself up in 2 mile intervals. And 2 mile intervals is basically this. With you want to get to a basic double time. Basic double time, and you want to do that from one pole length. And then when you get your next pole length, you want to hit all out sprint. And you're going to do that. You want to work your way up to where you can do that for a whole 2 miles. And what that is going to give you is going to give you finishing strength. And the longer your finishing strength is, basically the faster you can finish. So to sum that up, let's just say if you know that, okay, my kick can last for a quarter mile, and you run and this is the thing, you know your race, you know your path, you know where you normally run at, you see the markers, how to usually have it on the road, on the sidewalk, wherever your specific track is set up at. You see that quarter mile left, you know that your kick will last that far. And that's where them intervals come in for that factor. But then on top of that too, whatever your track is, you want to run that religiously, have your pace down. Like you want to know that, okay, you want to be able to look at your watch and know, okay, at this pole, at this corner, I should be at 6:30. At this pole, at this corner, I should be at 8:30. At this pole, at this corner, I should be at 9:30. At this pole, I should kick and I should finish off in my 13 minutes. That's basically the thing, because for me, like my pace was so good, I could do other people's pace. And it came to the point where I want someone Smith to pace me for the simple fact of I knew what everyone should be at a certain time. So you don't want to be on the unit trail where y'all might, run around posting all this and then have the markers on that, but then your actual PT track is someplace else. You want to have that PT track down like the back of your hand and know all your time markers and land markers for that. So you know that if you know, okay, I should be at that pole at 8:30, and you can see I'm behind pace. I got to kick it up to get to that point. I'm ahead of pace. I can slow down or whatever it is. So that's the basic things to sum it up. And I hope it just helped you. And if there's anything else, you can go ahead and comment below and let me know if there's anything else you want to know, and anyone else. If you had any subjects, any questions you wanted me to answer, or video subjects you wanted me to do, you can go ahead and comment that below. And as usual, the Vinci Mafia, we don't break fingers, but we need those thumbs. So we need you to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this video. Anyone should see on this channel on Facebook and Twitter, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Andre Smith for Da Vinci Fitness, and I'm out.